Game on.
Hey there, game gurus. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to be talking a little bit about My Arcade. And I know a lot of people, it's become the vogue thing to talk about My Arcade, especially since Arcade 1-Up is now Arcade Done-Up, and they need things to talk about. But I've been talking about My Arcade for a very long time. In fact, if you're on Facebook, please join us on the Facebook fan page for My Arcade. We've had it for a number of years now. We have a lot of good videos and people enjoying My Arcade products. But I also have been really enjoying their products. They've been starting off a little on the slow side with the first ones I did, God, years ago. It was really a small little multi-cade with pretty much like cell phone games on it. It was just called My Arcade. It had like 200 games in it or 300 games in it. And it was pretty bad, but at the time, it was cool to have a tiny little arcade machine that played a bunch of different games on it. And then eventually they started doing these other ones, similar to this one right here, which is pole position. We'll get into this in a second. They started making originally these with NES ROMs, and then they started using recreated ROMs. I'm not really sure if they actually use arcade official ROMs. I think they're mostly recreated ROMs, but they may. But the last few they've done have been really, really good. I definitely like Street Fighter. You can actually buy 2 of them. You can use a link cable to connect them and play, head to head that way. They also have an incredible $50 or $60, depending where you get it, a Pepper Ghost Space Invaders, which is phenomenal. The effect looks really, really good. It looks like the ghosts of these Space Invaders going over the planet, going back and forth, versus just being on the screen itself. An amazing thing they did right there, and I'm in love with them just for that particular one. And made a few other ones that are better quality ones, if you will. And that includes this pole position. But, the pole position is still, it's a small little unit, even though it does, again, I'm not 100% sure if it's an arcade ROM. It definitely looks like it, or a recreated ROM, but it definitely looks really, really good for pole position 1, pole position 2. It runs on batteries. I have a whole video, put a link down below on this one. You have a nice potentiometer for steering, but it is still a small little unit. Now, which is great, but a friend of mine makes some 3D printed parts. I'll put a link down to his website below. We can kind of convert these into almost 1/6 scale machines that will be comparable to a New Wave Toys or the GRS Build-A-Cade. And I'm going to show you real quick what he includes here. This is just, again, 3D printed. This is the base. So we'll get into the video of how to put this thing together. It's very easy to do. It's about $60, $65 for this particular one. Prices vary, but the shipping and the packaging is phenomenal. And I think the quality of work on the 3D print here and the artwork he does is definitely worth it, especially if you want to make this a little bit larger. And just to give you a quick idea, it basically just sits in just like this, like so. And you can see now it looks more like a larger unit. Of course, we still have to put artwork on here and so forth, but we'll get into doing that just, in this video today. So sit back, relax, and let's take a look at this little machine right here that we're going to turn a My Arcade pole position, which I'm almost dropping on the floor, into a 1/6 scale rough equivalent to go along with your New Wave Toys or GRS Build-A-Cade. Let's get started. Okay, when you order this kit, this is what will arrive. Again, very well packed. But this is all the different pieces you're going to get. You get some nice artwork here. We'll put on the main unit right here. New side artwork over here. A new front piece of artwork here. A 3D printed marquee. Now this does not light up, which is a little bit of a shame, but that's okay. But that is over here. And then you have the base over here. He's got nice rubber feet. Again, these are all 3D printed, but I think he did a really nice job. Even the coin door, he's done over here really well. And the feet area, so the machine will sit right in there. Now, on the original units he sold, you just kind of sat the new unit inside here, and the artwork kind of held it on. I was never a fan of that myself. I always feel like the artwork would maybe tear over time. And he made a couple of adjustments that I recommended, where you'll use a screw underneath to hold them together. The original ones that I did connect, I actually super glued together. I didn't want them to come apart. And this one, again, it's back to a solid base unit here, which, again, makes it really solid. It does. But when you sit the machine on here, I'm still worried that the artwork itself will not be able to hold it on super well. So I am going to put a couple drops of super glue on here to hold this in place. I'm going to grab it real quick. And you can see you got these really nice rubber feet here, which do actually fit in here super well. It's going to go in there really, really nice. And it doesn't move, but I still feel, and that's just my own opinion, that a couple of drops of super glue doesn't keep these things from ever separating, because I'm not going to separate it. And since the artwork's going to go all the way down it anyway, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take a minute here, and I'm going to actually first put some artwork on here. If you look on here, going down, you got a couple pieces of artwork. This is going to go over the My-Arcade logo right here. It's going to sit basically like that. And then this one is going to sit up here, wherever you decide to put it, like that. So I'm going to do this off camera because I take an awful long time putting an artwork. I try and get it as perfect as I can. It drives me a little crazy. But once I do that, I am going to put a couple of drops of super glue gel here, and I'm going to mate it just so it doesn't move. That's just me, how I want to do it. But you can see right here, I guess this, I don't remember if this lit up or not. I don't remember. But in any case, you're not going to see it because this is going to go kind of like that, which does kind of look nice. I don't think it lit up on this particular one anyway. Right back in just a minute while I do a couple of things to this unit, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just used a few drops of, you can use crazy glue or, crazy glue gel, but this is regular crazy glue. Just put a couple drops, and now you can see the machine is one solid piece. This is the way I prefer it. I mean, you don't have to do this, but I prefer it that way. So once that's done, we'll put it on its side, and we have to put this artwork on here. Now, the original artwork is going to stay on here. I'm just going to put this on, and we'll line it up and put it on. Now, what I usually do is I take a couple pieces of tape, so I find out exactly where I want it, put a couple pieces of tape to hold it, then I'll cut some backing off here, put this down, and pull it off. The tape will just make sure that when you get it exactly where you want, it's going to keep it there. So I'm going to do that to both sides, and then we'll be right back. Okay, you can see the artwork went on very, very well. I actually just put two pieces of tape here and was able to line it up properly. You can see how that looks now on both sides. Arc goes on very, very well. And again, it's putting no stress now on the artwork, keeping these together because I use glue down here. Now that these two sides are done, and we have the artwork here and here, next we're going to cover this area here. Now, on the My-Arcades, when you turn this on, these little coin doors light up. That is now going to be covered because there's new coin doors down there. So this is going to go on basically like this and cover all that up. But that's actually okay. I don't mind that because I think overall the looks going to be much, much better. So once again, I'm going to take some tape and put this on, and then I will come back. But maybe I'll record this one so you kind of see how I'm doing it. I'm just going to grab a couple pieces of tape. And just make sure you have it exactly where you want it. And it actually lines up fairly well on its own. Make that maybe a smidgen, something like that. That looks good. I'm going to take a piece of tape. I'm just going to put it there. And it just keeps this aligned when you get this thing started. It's a good trick, and I find it really does help keep everything aligned super well. So this allows you to work with this, knowing that's mostly going to stay pretty much where it needs to go. So you can then just get this started, like so. Fill it back enough, and then I take an X-Acto knife, just cut it, like so. You want a good sharp blade. And that lets you, again, make sure we're all good down here, keep everything the way you want it. And therefore, everything's just lined up. Now, once that's done, this is not going to move anymore because now you've locked it down here. So you can come down here and get this stuff removed, which will be a little bit harder this time. I should have left a little tape lip on here. We'll get it. This is the cheap tape. I can start more on this side. There we go. Gonna peel that one off. Do the same thing on this side here. Here we go. And then we can just go back to underneath here and complete removing this. and then just give it a good press down. And the artwork is actually really not as hard as people, tend to think it is, putting it down. And actually, the only thing left to do is to put this on. Again, this is 3D printed. It doesn't light up. And really, you can glue it on, but it's not necessary. This really just sits on perfectly well right there. And we're done. And you can see right here how the Multi-Cade now sits with the enhancement kit on there, basically a riser, next to the Build-A-Cades. We have a Fix-It Felix Jr. and a couple other Build-A-Cades right here. And you can see it looks really perfect in this particular size. Now you can see all the 3D Trekker risers that I personally have. I have it for the Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition. I have it for Contra, and those two are cool because those can link up to a secondary unit for 2-player action. You can see there's the Space Invaders that has what's called the Pepper Ghost effect. And then of course now the pole position. And I think that 3dtrekker.com did a real nice job. Now again, the pole position one here is about $63, $64 plus shipping, but it really does add so much to how the machine looks, especially if you have other GRS Build-A-Cades, you have 1/6 scales of them, or of course the incredible New Wave Toys machines. This pole position, Contra, Street Fighter, and Space Invaders would just fit in great. Not hard to do, it's really just attaching it to the riser. In my particular case, I screw them in or glue them on. It's not necessary, that's just what I do. And just put on the artwork, and really that's it. And it come out this good. Okay, so this is the 3D Trekker website. I'll put a link down below to the URL. But these are my favorite ones right here for sure. The Space Invader one I really like. This one goes for about $60. And you see you get the different artwork and you get the riser stand on here. And this one was designed where you could, in theory, screw it in to it. But it comes out really, really nice. And there it is next to a New Wave Toys Missile Command, just to give you a field test edition anyway. Give you an idea of how much bigger the Multi-Cade comes. And it really does fit very well with that size machine. But of course, in today's video, if I go back to the shop, we have the pole position one right here. And this one's going to come up for $63.99. And you can see these are all the parts that you get. Again, the 3D print is really well done. It's black and white, but it comes out really well. The coin mechanism, the little gas pedal, the new marquee, unfortunately doesn't light up. And then the artwork as well. This is how the machine is going to turn out. It looks so much better, especially if you're a fan of the Multi-Cade, units, especially this pole position. I think they did a real nice job with it. Well, guys, that's it for this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help me out in the YouTube algorithms. It takes 1 second for you. It means a lot to me. And if you're not currently a subscriber, or if you are a subscriber, just go back and check and subscribe to the channel. I do videos like this, as well as my own products. But again, if you do like Multi-Cade and you feel a little too small, and you do collect the New Wave Toys 1/6 scale or the GRS Build-A-Cades, you can see behind me, it fits in really, really well at that scale. And they are about $60 a piece, but they do enhance it quite a bit if that's something that you like and enjoy. I know I do. I buy two. I have one I put like this, and one I keep original, of course, because I'm a little bit crazy. I put them in a bag. That's it. Remember, as fun as these things are, and they are fun, nothing takes precedence over family and friends. Tomorrow's never promised. Make sure you tell them you love them and you miss them. But outside of that, go to 3D Trekker, get yourself a riser and some artwork, and you too can game on.
On the ground, climb up the ladder quickly and send yourself around. Open the umbrella up and answer the phone. You can do it with a partner, you can do it all alone. Scale up the ball, how high can you go? You surely break her heart if you get just too slow. Pound up on your chest and take an elevator ride. You can get off at the top and then you look from side to side. Come on, come on, come on, come on to the Donkey Kong. And then raise your hand up high. There's a fire down below and you don't want to catch inside. Hide behind each other and don't even make a sound. You're in trouble now, take the elevator down. Jump over all the barrels and let out a little scream. Duck underneath the pipers with the coconut cream. You pick that hammer up and then you put the fire out. Now we think you know what Donkey Kong is all about. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Are you looking for that arcade experience at home, but you don't have the space for a full-size arcade in your house or endless funds? Then you need the GRS Build-A-Cade. It's arcade quality without the arcade price, from someone you can trust. The GRS Build-A-Cade is very simple, easy to assemble, 1/6 scale arcade computer you can build yourself. You can buy interchangeable controllers for every gaming option you need to play the games the way they're meant to be played. You can also design your own artwork or purchase artwork separately to make your GRS Build-A-Cade look like the machine of your dreams. The GRS Build-A-Cade is also the only home system STEM certified. Come see what all the YouTube creators are raving about. GRS Build-A-Cade.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
just love talking to the vendors because we're supporting real people here. You know, these are people's passion projects. These are people's companies. These are the things that we pour our life into to share with others. So it's really beautiful to see. It's really beautiful to see. And one thing that I really want to show you over here, let's take a look at these mini cabs. Because last night I was playing them. I was blown away. These cabinets are amazing. I have got to show you my favorite one, which is right here, Robotron. This one is incredible. Although I love NBA Jam, I love Mortal Kombat, Donkey Kong Jr., Arkanoid, this is fun with the paddle. All of these buttons work. So you actually press the button to put the coin in, and then you press start. I'm telling you, this is like the authentic mini experience. So, and then the game starts up, and then you play. Look at this. And then you can customize this. There's so many amazing things that you can customize with this. And there's like stuff on the back. You can put a controller. It comes with a racing wheel. There's the roller ball attachment. You've even got mini guns. Like if you're playing a light gun game. I mean, it's got it all. It's got it all. It's really incredible. This is a really amazing machine. Hey, does anybody want to chat for a second about these amazing machines here? I mean, it's totally cool.
I could try and get my dad here. I just texted him.
Yeah, you just texted him? We'll come back. We'll come back. But it's actually, if you look at the back of the badge, they're on the back of the badge. So yeah, can you tell us a little bit about your booth or the name of your company?
So we're here with Glenn's Retro Show.
Okay.
We make new controllers for older games.
New controllers for older games. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. And I really, really love all of these arcades here. I gotta say, Star Trek is also one of my favorites too. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for your time.